Why is your head like this?
That looks really weird.
What's wrong with you?
Are you living on purpose? Are you living intentionally? Welcome.
That's my post. I'm trying to do my post on intention, and now it's just going live, stealing my thunder.
Welcome to Dorsey Tube, where we talk about whatever we want. People, places, and things.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on, say hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh
Hello.
my God, I knew you were going to say that.
That's what he says. He always goes, if I say something really stupid or funny, he goes, "You're so pretty." So we were sitting here and we're having the most ridiculous conversation. If you go watch my stories, you'll see most of it on there. But I was like, we need to go live with this. We need a film crew that follows us around. I swear to God. So if you know anybody that's looking for a family to start a new Canadian reality TV show about never having a dull moment. Never have a dull moment with the Dorseys. We're ready and we're willing and able. So you can just let your friends know that we're here.
Unedited.
So he's like, he comes into the kitchen and he goes, I need to ask you a question.
That was lavender I was putting on.
I need to ask you a question. I want to do this post. No. He goes, I didn't even finish. It doesn't matter. No. No, he goes, I want to do...
No. I said, I'm doing this post, and I'm going to mention you before, like...
Just got to put some oils on.
My intention, before I met her, I had a very specific...
female hormones.
Details in my mind on the kind of woman that I wanted.
Oh, yeah, this is good. Guys, listen to this.
Can I say this?
Go ahead. This is his post. This is what he wants to post.
Before I met my wife, I wanted a beautiful... Are you kidding me right now? I wanted a beautiful woman who was financially driven, attractive, wanted to travel, gorgeous, wanted to live in the country, was easy on the eyes.
You said like good looking 3 times.
I know, that's kind of important to me. And has childbearing hips. But that was important to me.
Literally, okay, you guys, if you don't know this story, we met at the gym. Shocking, right? We met at the gym, and I was newly single, and I just was looking for, someone fun to hang out with. My children are around, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh,
Great,
this is
great.
Gonna be years of therapy.
So I see this like really cute guy, hot guy working out in the gym. And I said to my friends that I was with working out at the time, like, hey, see that guy? I'm going to go over and I'm going to talk to him. And so he was like lifting, I don't even know how much weight he had on the barbell. And I walk over and I was like, hey, do you need a spotter? Like if he had dropped that weight on him, he would have been dead because there was no way I could have even helped him. And he's like, sure. And then it started from there. And then he made me breakfast and I fell in love with him. So, the rest was history. That was 16 years ago?
You really don't remember?
I don't remember. You have it tattooed on your finger. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I remember.
Yeah.
The most important part is the remembering.
17 years ago. That's how long ago that was. So anyways, I remember I used to, this is a typical male for you. I used to run on the treadmill and I would look over and he'd be like looking at me and smiling. And then later he told me, I can't even talk about it because my daughter's here. Later he would tell me that he was just watching me inappropriately.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean?
He was watching me inappropriately. So, here I'm thinking, oh, he's such a sweet guy. Pervert. But he said to me, he goes,
I still do.
I said, what were the things that attracted you to me the most? When you like start dating somebody and you ask them all the stupid questions. He's like, I thought you were beautiful. I liked and you had childbearing hips. I was like, seriously? So he told me.
Not much depth there, I know.
When we started talking about getting married and like taking the next step and all that kind of stuff, we were talking about, how many kids do you want, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I want a football starting line. And I was like, you want like 8 kids? Like, that's insane. Who has 8 kids? Well, now we know tons of people that have 8 kids. But I was like, no, I want 4. Like 4 was my happy place. And he's like, okay. So then we have one child. Quentin's our first child. And he goes to hold him. And he's like, how do you do this? I'm like, what do you mean? You support his head, you put him, like, you just cradle him, whatever. And he's like, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never held a baby before. I was
The closest thing I ever held to a baby was a football.
no, it was like our dog. It was our dog at the time. He weighed like 10 pounds.
It's not the same.
And then as Quinn's like, you know, doing baby things, he's like, I don't think I can have any more kids. I was like, oh, no. We are having 4. We're having 4, and that's what's happening. So that's what I had to deal with.
I was okay with 3. We bartered on the 4th.
I was like, I'm having 4. I don't know about you, but I'm having 4. You know. And then you just go, come on, honey. You're the closest sister.
Love you.
Come on, honey. He doesn't really have a choice in the matter. I was a stay-at-home parent at that time. and then roles reversed. This was the best part. Roles reversed, and I became the full-time breadwinner in our house, and he stayed at home full-time with the kids for 5 years. And he had also injured himself. So he's like dealing with a sore back and dealing with 4 screaming kids, 3 in diapers. And I'm just like, don't bug me today, I'm working. It was awesome. So now we're both home.
Those were the dark ages.
Yeah. You know what? And it's funny, like, a lot of you have only just met us. A lot of our followers and friends that are on here maybe don't know about us and our struggles from, you know, things that we've been through. You didn't see us when we were having kids. Like, you think, oh, like, she's so easy and free with her kids and they're good. Like, listen, I was that mom. I would never leave the house with my kids because I was afraid that I would, like, just not be able to do it. I wasn't really a helicopter mom, but
Yes, we were.
I was, I think, probably with my first child, with our oldest, because, like, you're scared. You've never done this before. It's all new. So I remember, you know, like, when you're feeding them, you're sanitizing everything and boiling all the bottles and doing all the things. And then the second kid comes around and you're still kind of doing it, you know, making sure you're not giving them these foods that you shouldn't be giving them in their first year and, like, all the things. Well, by the time your 4th one rolls around, you're like, I don't even care. I wasn't even heating the formula or sanitizing bottles. I was feeding him, like, cereal at 2 months. I just didn't even
Go
care.
eat out of the dog's bowl. You'll be fine.
I didn't even care because you're so tired and you're just like, can I just shower today? Can I just sleep through the night just once, please? Can I pee and poop in private just once? That still doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't.
Like, I've been a mom for 13 years and I still don't think I can go into the bathroom alone.
I don't even know why we have doors on this house.
It's so true. And it's so tough. No one tells you how hard it is to be a parent because if we were honest, you probably would never have a child.
That's
but
right.
It's always worth it. It really is.
I know now why my parents were secretive about some stuff.
And then you find yourself saying the things that you never thought you'd say, like, you better eat that supper. It's a long time till breakfast. And you're like, did I, like, just say that out loud? What are the things that you've said recently where I'm like, you sound like your father?
I don't know.
There's so many.
Yeah, it's brutal.
There's so many. So, but it's fun. And I seriously wish that life had background music, like, what's it called? Not background music.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It just would make life more interesting. And I wish we had cameras on us because that's why we go live and we film stuff all the time so that we have the memories to look back at it. Because what we feel is like super hard right now, in a month from now, in a year from now, and 5 years from now, we're going to look back at it and be like, we knew it was hard. We knew it was tough, but you're not going to remember how hard and how tough it was. It's like labor. Like, this is what God does, right? God never gives you more than you can handle. And if you actually could remember how painful childbirth is, you would never have children and you'd never have more than one.
And you would tell everyone never to do it.
Yes. So that's how it all works. So we're really big on living with intention. And it's something that we teach to our Young Living Essential Oil members and our friends, and we share it often on here because it's so important to do things with intention and to really live that lifestyle, because when you do, it just makes everything better. So being intentional with your words, being intentional with
focus.
Yeah.
You have to, because whatever you ask for or whatever you apply your intention to, you will get it. depends on the effort you put into it.
The law of attraction is huge. I want to tell you guys this story. Actually, this is the first time I'm sharing this. Okay. So we're trying to prepare for going on the cruise, and then we have International Grand Convention coming up in a month, and we just have had all these like extra expenses that have just shown up that we weren't expecting. And so, you know, it becomes very overwhelming. And I think for most people, money is the biggest stressor. And it's just not worth it, you guys. Because honestly, you will always get what you always need if you do the right thing and you work your butt off and you try your hardest. And sometimes you got to live, you know, maybe not the lifestyle you want or you believe that you deserve, but you manifest the things that you want and they will show up. So about a month before we leave on this trip, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just need a couple grand just to pay some bills that had come up that I wasn't prepared for. And I decided to go and redo my my vision board. I'm actually going to go get it and show you because I think this is really cool.
Where is it?
It's in my office where I can see it every day.
Yeah, money was, we were really worried about money and going on our trips.
Oh my God, I just realized something else. Okay, something else came true on this. See how that happens? So I have this vision board. I want to tell you just really quickly first. When you're doing a vision board and you might think like, oh, it's ridiculous if you're not into this thing, get into it because it works. You manifest. So you put the things that you want in front of you where you can see them all the time and you visualize having those things, and it's the law of attraction. So my best friend, Morgan, she introduced me to a book called The Secret like 12 years ago, and she made me read it because I didn't like it at the beginning. The first few chapters kind of sucked. And she's like, just keep reading it. I promise it's better. And it's on Netflix now, but the book is like really good. And so that book changed my life. It changed my way of thinking. And now I basically manifest and attract all this goodness that comes into my life. And I can literally go back to the day that I finished that book and how I started changing my way of thinking and all those things, so that I have what I have now in my life, right? I have a great marriage. I have wonderful children. We get to do things that I never thought we would ever be able to do. And it's been really incredible. So when I make my vision board, I'm very, very intentional with how I do it. I'm very detailed, descriptive, intentional, and like I will set dates for things and I know what I want so that when it comes into my life, it comes into my life as I want it. Exactly. So I use ULA. So ULA is like the way of life. You can go to ulalife.com, and it's these two guys, they wrote this book about creating a balanced life in an unbalanced world. And there's 7 F's to ULA. So there's 7 areas in your life that you can focus on. So there's finances, friends, fun, field, which is your job, fitness, and faith, right? And there's one more. Fun. Did I say fun? Friends, fun, finance, faith, field, fitness, family. Okay, 7. And they're never all going to be balanced at the same time, but you can go to ulalife.com and take a test, and it will tell you the different areas in your life where maybe you need to focus on. And then there's Young Living essential oils that are actually blends created by Gary and the ULA guys, who have become really great friends of ours. And we love these guys because they are the true manifestors and they just know what they're doing. But there's oils that are labeled all 7 of those different ones. And then there's ULA Grow and ULA Balance. So if you're feeling like, okay, today I need to work on my faith and I need to concentrate on my faith, you can apply the faith oil with intention and it will bring more abundance in that area of your life. So when I make my vision board, I envision all 7 F's and I try to make sure that I've got something for each one. And my vision board constantly changes, as it should. You should constantly be updating it. So I do it usually every 3 to 6 months, and then I haven't done it in a while, like it was probably a year. So I redid it about a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago now. So I just like was ripping. You can use pictures, but another way that I've done it is I'll just like write it out, and then I will actually just in point form write what I wanted. So one of the very first vision boards that I made was we were looking for someone to help us take care of our kids, like a babysitter. We'd never really had anybody other than our parents helping us. And so I put in like the family spot on my vision board that I wanted Mary Poppins. I wanted someone that would love my kids like they were her own. I wanted someone that felt like family, someone I could trust, someone that would never let me down, was trustworthy, had good morals, had a good belief system, that just, you know, just was kind. All the qualities that we want for somebody, like, that wasn't afraid to go above and beyond, like clean the house if it was dirty, do the laundry, help the kids get dressed, like all those things. And sure enough, within like a few months, we an old friend of mine from high school kind of reappeared in my life, and she ended up becoming our babysitter. And to this day, she still helps us when we're like out of town and stuff like that. And it was awesome. Her name's Laura. Some of you know her. So it was just really cool that I put down exactly what I wanted, and then she appeared, right? So it's the law of attraction. So again, I'm going to show you here. So here's my vision board, which this is crazy. So see this picture? This is literally like Alaska, where we just went, and I didn't even know that. But this was the big one. So here's a jar full of money, and I was like, I want to have these jars all over the house. I want to have the jars of money, all, like overflowing in abundance and financial freedom and all that good stuff. I want to have lots of money, not just to be greedy and to buy the things I want, but the more money I have, the more people I can help. And that's my goal, right? But at the time when I was manifesting this, it was, I need a couple grand to help me pay for some stuff. So I decide, you know what? We've got all this stuff in the house that we don't need anymore. Let's just try and like do an impromptu garage sale. So you guys probably saw me do that garage sale, and I'm like, it'll help us get some money. Plus it'll also help me just get rid of this stuff. And money is definitely a driver for me. So I'm like, I said to him that morning, I'm like, let's just have an impromptu garage sale today. And he's like, today? Like, we haven't even advertised it. I'm like, who cares? We'll do it. It'll be fun. Whatever. It'll work out the way it works out. So then we have all this big furniture that we don't really need and use anymore. So we started emptying out these cupboards and all this stuff. And so he's in his room. Were you on the phone talking to somebody, or I don't know what he was doing? He was on the phone, I think. And I'm opening up the cupboard, and I'm going through all these boxes, and there's stuff that I haven't seen in years, and I'm just like trying to organize and purge and put stuff in the garbage and stuff that we want to get rid of. And I open up this box, and in it is a jar, and on the top of the jar it says Disney Fund. And I pull it out of the box, and literally, like, this stream of tears come falling down my face. I get goosebumps. My jaw falls. It hits the ground. I am in awe, because what is in this jar is the exact amount of money that I said that we needed to pay these bills that came to us unexpectedly. And I don't even remember doing it. This is the crazy part. Like, I kind of remember now, like, if the word Disney Fund hadn't have been written on the top, I wouldn't have remembered it at all. But I do kind of remember when the kids were little we were always saying, that's the thing, right? I want to take my kids to Disney. I don't want to go to Disney anymore. Like, I don't care about that. I want to take my kids on the Young Living Cruise. That's my, that's my goal. Yeah. So I take the jar and I run into the bedroom, and he's on the phone. I'm like, get off the phone right now. And he's like, what's the matter with you? I'm like, oh my God. Right? So he like hangs up the phone. He's like, what is that? I'm like, I just found this jar full of money, and I didn't even know we had it. And he's like, how much more of this are you stashing around the house?
My first
I'm
thought.
Like, I have no idea.
There's more planted around your.
But it was so incredible. It was so incredible. I couldn't believe it, but I could believe it, because that's how strong. When you start living a life full of intention and you start manifesting and attracting the abundance, it shows up, and it shows up hard, you guys. Every time you need something, believe it's going to show up, and it's going to show up, you know? And
it's true, but you have to, like, you can't just sit there and, like, do nothing and hope it shows up.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not based on hope.
Yeah, work is involved, and I think that's a big key to it.
But had I not said, okay, let's take the action and try to purge some of this stuff, like, I wouldn't have found it. Yeah. It would have it's been in that cupboard for like 12 years or more. Yeah. Right? And there was stuff on top of it and stuff we didn't need. And it's not a box that I always would go into. And I've been in that cupboard 1,000 times and never saw it. But when we needed it the most, it showed up. And it was the most incredible thing. So you guys, these things work. So whenever you see things in a magazine that you want, put them on a board. This is just like it's a board that I got at Staples or somewhere, and it's magnetic, so you can constantly be changing things out. But you know, it's just and it can be anything. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be like something that you want to feel emotional, or maybe you want like, you know, a better relationship with your spouse, or you want a better relationship with your
better physical health, or you
anything,
whatever it is,
anything. But you want to have a little bit of everything on this board, and I just wanted to share that with you because it was such an incredible moment. It's such an incredible moment for me to have, and it just renewed my faith in God and everything that we're doing. And that's the thing, like we have this thing in the kitchen that says God can restore what is broken and change it into something amazing. All you need is faith. And that's the truth, is all you need is faith that everything will happen the way it's supposed to be, and it will happen in your favor, and God will give you favor, and it's going to be there, and he will be there to provide when you need it. And it's having the faith in that. And even when your faith wavers, he's always there. He's always there because he's got you. Hashtag he's got you. So
it's not God's never lost. It's just we are.
Oh, look, you're wearing your ULA shirt. See?
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, you guys. It's a great book. They've written a whole bunch of books, and we get to see our friends Dave and Troy at the Grand Convention coming up in a month.
Yep.
And we're so excited to see them amongst all of our other friends. If you guys are going to Grand Convention, let us know below, and then hopefully we can hook up and see you all. And we're excited. So make sure you follow along, because we get to go to the Young Living Farms again, and we get to go to the new headquarters that they just built in Utah and get to check it all out. And we just love these trips. Not only are they educational and we learn, but they're completely inspiring. Like, I mean, who would have thought that, like, this is my job? I just love that. This is my job. I'm grateful from the moment my feet hit the ground, my eyes open up in the morning, to the moment I go to bed. And if you can live in gratitude every single day, life is better. Everything is better.
Yep.
So
That's
it. We hope you guys have a good day. Put your oils on with intention. Doesn't matter what you're putting on.
Right.
I got peace and calming right now. I'm going to put it on knowing that I'm going to feel peaceful and calm today, and I'm going to feel good. And it's going to be awesome. So that's what we do, and we wanted to share.
Later.
Bye.